Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. This video was directly inspired by the last video. I will link it here if you missed it. We used the most beautiful PET tape from the washi tape shop. They sent this to me recently in a bundle and it is absolutely beautiful. It is filled with illustrations of coffee machines, cafetières, coffee shops, coffee beans, you name it, it's on there. I decided to take it another step and make some gorgeous little pendants because they've got some gorgeous quotes on the washi tape. So in today's video, we are going to be using the epoxy resin by JDiction. This is a 4-hour demold, measurable by 1:1. And again, it's an 8 to 10 hour fully cure 4-hour demold. I'm going to be using the same background color. This is the beautiful cream by Resin Pro. Everything will be linked down below, including the mold. This mold is the pendant mold by Molds and Shapes. So all of your discount codes, including JDiction, the washi tape shop, and Molds and Shapes is all going to be in the description box. For these pendants, we're going to be using the smaller detail on this PET tape. All of these gorgeous little quotes is coffee is better on Fridays, coffee is the reason I wake up. All of these gorgeous little coffee quotes work perfectly for pendants or keychains or anything like that. But the washi tape also has little coffee cups, coffee beans, all of these teeny tiny details, perfect for your smaller work. The first thing I'm going to do, of course, is clean my mold. This poor mold has been used and used and used, and it is in such a mess sometimes. So just using some sellotape or packing tape just to clean out any residue works perfectly. You don't need to hot soapy water your molds because we really don't want any cured epoxy resin getting down the drain. Okay, I decided to do each and every one of these circular pendants. Now, again, these are going to be key rings, and they really are the most perfect size key rings. They're around 5 centimeters, just perfect. You saw in the last video, I used the epoxy resin with the cream, and I'm just doing the same thing again here. Now, the reason I've missed out the top second one is because I've kind of damaged it. The little tab is a little bit burned. Don't be like me. I am sorry, Molds and Shapes, but that one there always has an overpour because the actual little silicone tag toggle, what would you call it, guys? The little toggle is a bit burnt and damaged. So I'm leaving that one out today. Next up, we're going to use the coffee beans. Now, if you saw the last video, we had a really good conversation about coffee. You guys have taught me so much ever since then. These are the cheapest possible coffee beans I could find. I bought a huge bag from Tesco's. They are Tesco Basic, I think. Tesco Basic coffee beans. And it was a massive bag for around £2. So I think that's around about, is it $2.50 or something like that? I'm just placing some coffee beans down into the pendants. Now, if you want to create this or recreate this, then of course, you know, you have the artistic license to put your coffee beans wherever. I only put the coffee beans in around half of the pendants, and the other half I'm just going to leave completely blank with the cream mica powder because some of the slogans are quite big and I wasn't sure we'd have enough room for beans and slogan. I'm going to be using the GyroCut tool again. There were questions in the last video. I should have explained where I got this from. This is called the GyroCut and I bought it directly from the GyroCut company. I will leave a link for them below in this video. I actually went to a huge makers exhibition back in May in Birmingham called Makers Central, and they were demonstrating there. So I have placed my washi tape, my PET tape down onto my Cricut cutting mat. You would have seen this in the last video. If you have this PET tape, I cannot recommend this method enough. It was a tip one of you guys gave me in my last video and it has changed the game for cutting this washi tape, well, PET tape out. And some of these quotes are just so totally adorable. I'm just using my GyroCut tool. You have to press hard enough to cut through the first layer, but not too hard to cut through the second layer. But you know, even if you cut through the second layer, it's really not an issue. It's just a little bit trickier to peel off the actual tape. And once you stick it down, I did say it in the last video, it's really hard to get it back up. So try to hold it and central it as best as you can before confirming that that is where it's gonna go. Otherwise, it's just a little bit tricky to pull back up, but not impossible. Not impossible. This washi tape, I have, honestly, I know I said in the last video that I'm obsessed with it and I've got like a declaration of love for it, but it's just so beautiful. And the repeat pattern, it's not for like a good like half a meter. So you've got so many illustrations to choose from before the pattern starts to repeat itself. So again, I just continued on working out what I wanted, where I wanted it. This one here, coffee, because it's too early for wine, I just felt like it needed a little something. So I did end up cutting out some smaller details on the PET tape just to add in there as well. And again, just making sure that they are fully adhered to the resin, using my finger to give them a really good smudge down and a really good rub into the resin just to make sure they are all there. This one here, but first coffee, you would have seen that quote used in my last video, which I got from the Cricut Design Space. And here you see me just cutting out the smaller details. These coffee cups, they've got like ice creams, coffee cups, and your posh coffees, you know, like with all the whipped cream on top. I don't know the names. But here they are. I absolutely love it. Coffee. Behind every successful person is a good cup of coffee. Some of these are so cute. Let me know in the comment section which one you prefer. Coffee because it's too early for wine. Coffee because adulting is hard. I wish that was in brown and not green, but hey. And then, yeah, some others here. Coffee is my love language. Coffee makes everything beautiful. I feel that way about tea. And coffee is always a good idea. So loads of different coffee inspired keychains here. And I'm just topping them off with some clear resin to finish off the design. I love these so much. So many of you have suggested maybe doing a tea one or a cappuccino or even hot chocolate. How cool would it be to do a hot chocolate one? Again, I don't know if tea bags would work in resin. Who's tried it? There's probably videos out there. There's videos out here for everything. So it's definitely worth checking it out. And that is it. Once they were completely top coated, I tried my best to give them a slight dome. And then I hit them with my long neck lighter. And then it was time to walk away and let them cure. This was actually the next day. It is a 4-hour cure resin, but again, I was busy, so I came back the next day and look at these. This Resin Pro mica powder, for those of you who said in my last video that you use it, it is unbelievable. Like, it is up there with my favorite brand of mica powder. It has got the most stunning shimmer behind it, and it works so beautifully in these. Let me know your thoughts. And so many of you as well told me that you bought the washi tape. So that is so amazing. I hope you love it as much as me, especially if you are a coffee drinker. This one here, I would say, is probably the plainest one out of the lot, the least coffee. You know, it hasn't really got the colours in there. It's got more of a green tint to it. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. And this one here, you can see I just added the cup on the left and the coffee beans on the right because I just didn't feel like it was enough. You know, it needed to be a bit more kind of juicy. You know, it needed to have some meat in there. But yeah, I love them so much. I have really enjoyed these two coffee videos, a little bit autumn, a little bit cozy, but definitely in with my autumn themed videos. I hope you have too, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.